Hey my dears, welcome to the preview for the big preview of 2025. I am Malkiel and I do this job as an astrologer and medium in the seventh generation of my family. So I have a lot of traditional input knowledge about how it works, how it goes, and how I feel the things come up for 2025. I've put a lot of thought into this and I have prepared extensively. So I believe it has been over 2 weeks of work, both in terms of media engagement and astrology, feeling into the energy of what will happen in this new year. Therefore, I propose a more structured approach this time, presenting the topics a bit differently than in the previous videos, and I will also try to include corresponding timestamps, which I hope it will work out since I've never done it before on YouTube. So this way you can click on the topics that interest you. So let's get started and take a look at the fundamental annual energy of this new year 25. We're gonna start with the number of the year, which is a 9. 25 is a 9 year, which also or always carries the general energy of renewal and transformation. And it's a year with a lot of activity and movement. We will see more of this when we discuss the main aspects of the year. Nonetheless, throughout the year, we should cultivate a sense of calm and patience. Whatever you may have started in 24, it is crucial to wrap it up in 25. Everything you no longer feel connected to, partnerships, friendships, things they don't belong to you, including all the people, plans, and old burdens or outdated thought patterns needs to be let go. We are entering a phase where honesty, flexibility, sorry for my English sometimes, I'm sorry, and generosity will clearly come to the for opening new paths for ideas, plans, successes. Often success lies in the simple things, in the simplicity of things. So we can experience transition, we can live our own values, we can practice moderation, we can receive a certain temperance in the 9th year, which means we need to lower our expectations regarding others, especially and important for your partnership, for your love, for your soulmate. As we are entering a devoted spiritual level of love without setting high expectations or merely dreaming that everything can now truly become real. Be curious, be a little mentally flexible, especially in the first half of the year while Jupiter is still in Gemini, which helps to ignite new ideas. Traveling will be a big topic as we're learning maybe new languages, new things, communication, and integrating new people to your personal and important social circle. Above all, keep a sense of curiosity. At the beginning of this year, you might feel as you aren't yet sensing this transformation or the spirit of departure that will undoubtedly come this year. This is partly because Saturn is still retrograde until the end of February, and it's essential to reflect and clarify certain issues in order to enter the year with a clean slate. So the time for reflection is the January, so do it. This year will feature 3 very significant, important influences, unlike anything we have seen before, with many shifts and important influencing planets. The first will be Neptune, which will move into Aries on March 30 and remain there until March 23rd 2039, making a 40-year cycle. Neptune and Aries represent two very constraining energies, as the sensitive, spiritual Neptune may not initially know how to handle the raw force of Aries. This is a deeply spiritual aspect and a conflict, indicating that something is shifting, allowing for a surge of old knowledge to emerge from within you. Your own spirituality will take new paths, and collectively we may become more spiritual and gentle. This could positively impact global events. While Neptune was passive in Pisces, it's now it shifts to a more active role, which could manifest in your feelings, in your dreams and subconscious. Much is happening now, revealing a lot that your unconscious has gathered in recent years while Neptune was in its home sign, Pisces. Spiritual, but also social components will take a more combative form and be translated into action. This means there will be movements rising against social injustice, actively and combatively advocating for change. A notable example from history is when Neptune was last in Aries, which considered with the end of the American Civil War. When it transitioned to Aries, freed slaves gained their civil rights in America, showcasing a positive outcome of a powerful, and this is a very powerful example that can be referenced even today and now. It is worth fighting for a cause, as it can lead to fruitful outcomes. Additionally, Neptune will influence oil resources, hence that will become a significant topic over these 14 years regarding fossil fuels, oil, heating and related resources, provoking a conflictual discourse that will ultimately lead to social justice. Neptune as a water element combined with Mars energy, a fire element, signifies an escalations in climate change awareness and prospecting as the seas will become warmer. The heating crisis will also be a significant issue, with the looming danger that Neptune combined with Mars could create toxins and possibly trigger pandemics or epidemics instigated by international terrorist action or the deployment of virulent toxins and similar threats. This presents a clear danger. Neptune is the great nebulizer, sometimes associated with intrigue, but in May it will encounter a kind of counterforce as Saturn also shifts into Aries from May 25 until the 1st of April in 28 for a duration of 3 years. In this position, Saturn is initially weak in Aries, as it contrasts with the bold, energetic spirit of Aries, presenting a slower structure approach focused on construction. However, this aspect holds great potential for breakthroughs and significant accomplishments. For instance, the Gotthard Tunnel in Switzerland was constructed during a Saturn in Aries period. This could also lead to a certain fanatism if one reflects on history family patterns such as the Reichspogromnacht, which also occurred under Saturn in Aries. Such energies can be misdirected, leading to certain fanatism that characterized the Nazi regime in Germany and its reign of terror. We might also hear about dictatorship arising, perhaps finding ourselves under dictatorial pressure, albeit we already experience limited freedom and see things moving in the wrong direction. There is a danger of acting hastily, which can lead to fragmentation and setting clear boundaries. Boundaries will be an important theme with Saturn in Aries, and this constellation will be particularly felt in the US, where there be severe attempts to secure borders more aggressively. Additionally, I believe that in Europe, discussions regarding border controls, asylum will intensify and take on a stricter form, potentially escalating agitations, violence, and terrorism in that region. The energy suggests that experiences will be drawn outward, adapting somewhat to the Mars energy. Saturn attempts to introduce order into this situation. The next big change is Uranus will also shift into Gemini on July 7 in this year for 8 years until the end of May 2033 will be representing other significant cycle, bringing progress in thinking, inventions, media, social media. We can expect rapid developments, particularly in new media and technology. It's crucial to ensure that we stay connected during this evolution. Uranus leaves Taurus, where it was at a disadvantage. Yeah, it was a disadvantage home, the Taurus, for Uranus, and with a positive angle it can impact Saturn and Neptune in Gemini positively, particularly in communication, dialogues, and progress. So our rethinking process will undoubtedly commence. The second half year will open new avenues, particularly noticeable in financial markets, especially in cryptocurrencies and related areas like EFTs, where significant growth will be observed. Outdated norms will be questioned, and there will be a strong push for freedom of expression, diversity, activism, and dialogue. Uranus transit through Gemini will bring a rebellious energy and social changes. Saturn attempts to impose structure on this dynamic, while Neptune can guide it productively, making the coming summer truly exciting. However, there's a point that carries a bit of danger. When Uranus last transited Gemini from 1941 to 1942, new media were exploited for propaganda purposes, something we are experiencing today with social media platforms like X or Instagram or also YouTube to reach many people. There will be misuse of language, which will intensify over this extended period. One must be prepared for attempts to provoke and incite hostility among people. Yet freedom of speech, thought, and opinion will be part of this dynamic. At the end of the Second World War, major mass media emerged and became united. Certainly there will be development in this area. In the beginning, Jupiter is still in Gemini until June 9, will support thoughts about freedom of expression, ideas, and communication, after which it will transition into Cancer, the sign representing our homes and roots and feelings, lasting until June 30, 26. This means we will have Jupiter in Cancer for over a year, which is excellent. because the position is very good for Jupiter. Anyone looking for growth will be strongly supported in their own potential. Jupiter introduces encouraging ideas, ideological goals, and important legislative changes are on the horizon. The consciousness surrounding nutrition will also be advanced this year. We can expect to hear much about new alternatives and shifting to a different awareness about social aspects and the need for interpersonal connections, warmth, family, or chosen family. The US Declaration of the Independence was signed under Jupiter in Cancer, reflecting values that we should embrace today. While this independence and freedom are affirmed in writing, we often find these ideals misleadingly presented as we remain trapped in systems that strip away actual freedom. However, this is about to change. There are the primary and significant influences I want to highlight. Of course, throughout the new year, it will keep you updated with regular informative content, predictions, and prophecies to ensure you remain well informed. So, here we are now in the first day of the new year. There will be more regular content in English as well, but there are the main influences for the year. We discuss cycles in astrology. The cycles always repeat and sometimes align favorably or unfavorably. Now let's consider the retrogrades, so I recommend having a pen and paper ready. We have 3 retrograde phases of Mercury. The trickster that always annoys us. No contract signings, no signatures, no new acquisitions, and avoid significant expenditures during this time. We often deal with communication issues, misunderstanding, small accidents, particularly regarding travel. Traveling during retrograde Mercury is the pure horror, which will be hindered from March 15 to April the 7th, from July the 18th to August 11, and November the 9th to November 29. During these periods, Mercury will be retrograde, starting each time in a fire sign, meaning that it can ignite chaos for us because it's a strong power. So exercise caution. From March the 2nd to April the 13th, Venus will be retrograde, which may surface old matters or long forgotten issues in love. Forgiving does not mean forgetting. Old connections may revive during Venus retrogrades, impacting love and femininity, leading to potential disruption. Venus is also retrograde for a short period, every 18 months, so it will be manageable. However, this year is coupled with a retrograde Mercury, which could lead to significant reconnections with a past love, while retrograde Mars, it's retrograde until February 24, may leave us feeling somewhat unmotivated. Jupiter will also experience a retrograde phase starting in the retrograde. It's retrograde on November 11 and is continuing until the next year. This could lead fluctuations in luck, as sometimes we turn our backs on good fortune only to have something unexpected come on your way. It's important and essential to monitor the state of your personal Jupiter. Additionally, you can receive your personal annual forecast or horoscope for 25 by booking a session with me. Details can be found in the video description. It would also be grateful for a like and subscription here as appreciation for the work I'm doing for you. Please feel free to share this video on your social media channels to reach as many people as possible. Beginning July 13 until the end of November, Saturn will be retrograde, presenting challenges and potential mishaps, accidents, and even significant incidents. Everything you rely on might come into question regarding reliability and consistency. The foundation of what is deemed reliable may shift, promoting ongoing reassessments to ensure stability. However, we are generally familiar with Saturn's period retrogrades. Starting year with retrograde Uranus up until January 30, after which it will retrograde again from September 6 until February of the following year. Such a retrograde often initiates transformative upheavals in our lives, especially regarding relocations, emigration, purchases, and marriage. So we can expect significant events. This transformation will heighten awareness of consciousness and spirituality as Pluto and Neptune retrograde in the second half of the year, notably during July, August, and September, when planets find their new placement in their signs, making a high energy period. Summertime will reveal intense energies characterized by considerable changes. I will do another video with the chart of the US, Donald Trump and Elon Musk. I think this could be very interesting to see what happened now then on January 10th until the next 4 years in the States. So we will have a precise look what could happen, what are the goals, what is happening in this time. We can see it very clear because Donald Trump has a very, very positive phase in the first half year and the States then in the second half of the year. So it could be very interesting, but I do a separate video for this. With one look at the global humanitarian horoscope reveals a compelling need for change. The old politically paradigms must evolve. This shared sentiment resonates with the public discourse surrounding the evolving socio-political landscape, especially as like figures Donald Trump and Elon Musk create rippling effects in cryptocurrencies discussions and valuation of money. Additionally, artificial intelligence will gain prominence. This increase in AI utilization may disrupt various professions, from translators to proofreaders, meaning many jobs may be replaced. Major weather events will also become prevalent and previously noted concerning the US. The world will confront protracted droughts and changing climate dynamics. The shifting consciousness will demand adjustments in immigration policies and other areas, despite disparities in implementation across the globe. Environmental resources and precious metals may see increased value, indicating a more secure investment outlook in the global market. This overview of the humanitarian horoscope highlights critical developments for 25. So feel free in the comments if you would like me to examine the state's horoscope in detail and for further insights. There are the crucial insights I found not worthy and I plan to create more videos on these themes and topics, including monthly forecasts and predictions. So, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you drop a like and a comment to show your appreciation for this video and the effort that we went into it. See you here for the next sessions, for the next videos, yeah? And until that, I say mucho, mucho amor.